to prepare consolidated statement of financial position for two companies. One of the company is Mega Limited and another company is Mini Limited. We are provided with some information here, and we want to use this simple information to prepare that particular statement. On this information, on 1st of January 2022, Mega Limited has 600,000 ordinary share in Mini Limited. We have the Mega Limited here who have acquired shares in Mini Limited, and they have acquired 600,000 shares out of the number of shares that we have in our company that we are calling Mini Limited. So this is the figure of the ordinary shares of 1, and these are going to be 1 million, figures in thousands. Then we can be able to see the percentage acquisition, and they have acquired 600,000 shares, and these 600,000 shares out of the total number of shares that we have in Mini Limited, meaning that Mega has acquired more than 50%, and according to IFRS number 10, whenever the ownership is more than 50%, then the parent company is required to consolidate the financial statement. Therefore, in this case, this becomes the parent company, and this company here becomes subsidiary company. Assuming there are no adjustment, therefore, consolidation involves just taking the Mega assets and liabilities and Mini assets and liabilities, and then you add them together to get the consolidated statement of financial position. I want to pick these figures here of Mega Limited and also these figures here of Mini Limited, and I'm just going to use the function here to pick those particular figures here. So I can just use the index function, and I'm going to refer to have a reference of these figures here where I lock them, and then will be equals to, I want to combine it with match function, and then match function, and then I trim those figures so that in case we have any error, we will not encounter that. Then I have my cell of reference. I close my trim function, then will be equals to, we look for that array here, we have the array there, and then I close that particular maybe function, which is going to be equals to, I want to have exact match, then I have my function, and then I close the parenthesis again. I'm going to have that error, so I want to use a logical function to reduce that particular error. So in this case, I want to use if error function. This is going to be that, and then I knock this particular function so that I reduce that error. So in this case, I have a function here which I want to carry it on this other cell here, but I'll have different point of reference because I have my mini statement of financial position there. So I have my function here, but I require to change some reference here, which will be 21 to 27. So I think I can do that, 21, and then I have to go up to 27 there. And then from there, I also require to have my reference cell, which is going to be still N6. That one remain, and then I also change this one to 21. Okay, I want to have 21 here, so this is going to be 21 to 27. So I think that will be okay. Then I think with those two functions here, I also want to create that when we talk about consolidation, we are taking what we have here, and then we add what we have here. And then I want to reduce that. I want to use a logical function to remove that particular error in my summation. So I think I need to use if function, if error, that will be okay. And then I have to have the value will be equals to, I think if I do that, I close that parenthesis, and then I'll be good to go. So my cells here have a function, so what I'm going to do, I'm going just to drop them down. That's okay. Then I'm also going to maybe I'm going to also copy that particular function, and then I'm going to slot it in here, and then I'm going to drop it down, and then I'm still also going to copy the same function. Maybe I can just do that there. I copy this function that I have here, and I have it here. Okay, and then I drop it down. So with that now, I will be able to pick my figure. Therefore, I have now my assets, and then I am going to start with non-current asset. Of course, now if you talk about non-current asset here, all those non-current asset, we can see we have PPE there. We also have a PPE there. Therefore, because we have the function which is going to work for us, we can have a reference of A11. So that is going to pick that function there. Then another non-current asset that I have the investment in Min Limited is going to be substituted by the goodwill. Then we continue. We also have the various current assets. So this is going to be current asset here. We also have current asset here. We require to add them together. So in this case, I'm going to have a reference of one cell. It's going to be A13, and that is going to give me the current asset. Then we go to the equities and liability. We have the equities and liabilities of the parent companies. They are here, where we have ordinary shares, share premium, retained earning, and we also have the same here, where we have the ordinary share, share premium, and retained earning. And of course, we can have the reference to that. So in this case, if I have A14, which is going to give me the ordinary share, but there is something that we should note on that. Then we also have the other reference of the share premium, which is going to be A15. We are going to have that. But when we are doing our consolidation, you realize that these two are not included. And therefore, we only include the parent only. That is the equity holdings of the parent and the share premium there. We are assuming we do not have the adjustment of this particular component, and you can see we are picking only the component of the parent. We go to the non-current liabilities and the current liabilities. Of course, we have those components, they are here. And at the same time, I also have the components of non-current liabilities and current liabilities there. I need now also to pick them. I'm going to have the current liability. I want to start with current liability here. That is the figure that I have. And I also go to the current non-current liability, which is the figure that I have here. So that is the value which is giving us the total of all that. That is just a simple consolidation where we are taking the parent assets and liabilities and combining with the asset and liabilities of a subsidiary in a very simple way. But now IFRS number 10 tells us that there are some components within our consolidated statement of financial position that requires to be adjusted.